Let's see if this is working. Is this working? Let's find out. Oh. There, now it's working. Sorry about that. I'm so professional. So, welcome everybody. Let's see who we got. What we got. Raz, what's up, man? I don't think I'm gonna have anybody join tonight. I'm just gonna try to bang something out in like an hour and a half at the most. Take suggestions from the chat. As always, I'm gonna have the design screen up in front of me, and so it'll look like at least I'm looking at you guys. And then I've got the chat over on this side. So hey, David. Hey, if I butcher your name, dude, I'm sorry. Gabron. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry. But we will be having fun. I'll be having fun. We'll be having fun once we get this thing started and get it rolling. I'll wait and see if a couple more people join in. How many people do we actually have in here at the moment? 2 people? 3 people? Gavron. Okay, cool. Gavron. So let's see. Are we making guns? Melee. Wait, I always forget I can do this. We're making guns, melee weapons, or assault vehicles. I don't know. Probably a gun. We did this last time. That's what it looks like when I print it. So here's the handle and the blade, and then the handles for the shield. I did have to modify the shield from last episode a little bit because here's the original one, which is fine, but the hole was too shallow and the pins wouldn't stay. Hey, Chauncey. So I had to thicken it, and then I added a little bit more detail here. So now whenever you decide which handle you want to plug into it, you plug that handle in. But this one's not going to be interchangeable. This is definitely like you need to pick which pin you want, and then I would glue it in. So, and I'll have these up on Etsy whenever the hell I can finish getting the Etsy store up. Oh. So let's see. I'm thinking we make a gun. But see, this is where you guys come in. So if you haven't been here before, the way I do this is I allow other people to make decisions for me. So if it's bad, it's your fault. It's not my fault. But it's not going to be bad. So first, whenever you're thinking about a gun, you got to think of the complexity. Hour and a half to do this. We're not making mini guns with rotating barrels. We're probably not making... No, we shouldn't do that. Should not do that. But we can make some guns. We can make some pistolas. We can make a rifle. Big ass cannon. So come on, chat. What do you think? Should we make a pistol? Should we make a battle rifle? What do you think? No, there are already, 3 miniguns to choose from, technically? Because fun fact, if you have the Dino Rider sets, those rotating barrels fit on the other minigun that I originally made. The pins are the same size. I did that on purpose. A medieval Raz. A medieval cannon with wheels. Bruh. Trying to think how that translates to Transformers. Because either it's going to be big as hell, or there's got to be a reason why. David, shotgun's not a bad idea. I only have a couple of those. Krolglaive. Okay, so it exists already. But I don't like it, so I never put it out. I made the glaive probably like a year and a half ago. Oh, I was wrong. Ladies and gentlemen. PBR.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, man?
Oh, I'm up here toy hacking Blur, and I have to give my eyes a break. This is one of the most challenging sets I have done in a long time.
Is that for the shattered glass blip?
Oh yeah, he's looking sharp.
Damn, they went all out.
They did, and all of those chrome lightning bolts is on clear background. So imagine trying to line up clear decals on black. I had to break out the readers.
Oh, I bet.
To see what I was doing.
Oh, I bet.
So I'm almost done, but I'm like, oh God, I gotta give myself a break.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Like I still haven't finished Omega. You remember when I bought Omega Supreme and when they first came out with it, and they sent me the uncut sticker sheet? They sent me the sticker sheet. It took like a month and a half to get here. I never finished him. I looked at that sticker sheet and I was like, no. And then I got the ARC one and I was like, oh, hell no.
Well, I bought it and it's sitting in the drawer still, Omega Supreme. And I finally just got bored with the ARC. It's too many windows, and especially got all this new stuff coming out. And I'm trying my best when they get the new stuff out to get it applied and, thrown out so everybody can see it. So it's hard to just keep going.
Oh yeah. No, it's I don't know how you do it sometimes, man. Like I know I can like get really engrossed in something and be working on it a lot, but oh man.
Oh, it's funny. I get up here and after I shoot my before shots, I just turn on Pandora, got the 80s rock playing, and I just kind of zone out, do my thing. I just realized I grabbed the wrong shirt for tonight. I'm promoting Jeep.
So just so you know what's going on. So this is the second episode of Let's Make Something. Or what does I call it? Yeah, Let's Make Something. So this is the second episode. And the whole point is I'm getting ideas from the chat on what to make. And you could throw out ideas too. So that's why
I saw somewhere somebody said a glaive. That would be cool.
So that's what we were talking about when you were waving in the window. Was that I actually did. I made a glaive about a year and a half ago, and I didn't like how it turned out because trying to incorporate like a 5mm peg onto it and it looked right was really difficult. But that was a year and a half ago, and if anybody's seen anything I made like in the last 6 months compared to something I made 2 years ago, there's a big difference. So I could probably do one now, but that's a lot of fine detail work. I generally only let these go for like an hour and a half at the most. And that would be several hours of fine tuning and detail. And then it would be test prints. So that's going to be another couple hours of test prints and then checking it again, redesigning it.
I just thought something cool, something for Prowl or Barricade. How about a 3D printed of RoboCop's Auto 9?
The Auto 9's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
That's what I was just typing in. I just popped it up.
Let me see. So far, what we've got is David CT said a shotgun, which I've only actually got, I think, 2 of those. So that's not a bad idea. Raz says a medieval cannon with wheels and everything, which is doable. I just can't figure out how it works.
Yeah, that's for when the Transformers landed in medieval times, wasn't the 80s.
I wish I had the, which ones are the ones where they're like trains and like biplanes?
That's where they landed in like
they landed in the Civil War.
It was the Hearts of Steel. Yeah, right after the Civil War. They don't do enough stories like that.
I know. Let's see. Shoulder-mounted cannon. For who? Who would we... who would we make the shoulder-mounted cannon for? Because that makes a difference. So you can do a shoulder-mounted cannon. Either you can do it the easy way. If they have a 5mm peg on their shoulder, you can mount stuff pretty easy that way, like I did for Earthrise Warpath. Or if you're talking over the shoulder, that depends. Because if you tried to do one of those for like Siege, say Siege Mirage, he's got a 5mm peg up there, so it's easy. But if you're talking about doing something for one of the Siege cars, I actually already made those guys shoulder cannons. But then some of the guys don't have anything. There's nothing here to do anything with. So we have to figure out who that would have to be for. And we'd have to make it.
I'm trying to think of something you've never made before.
I mean, I've made toilet paper. Like,
I know. Toilet paper, gas cans.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think, what type of weapon have we not seen yet?
Let's see. What else have we
got? Spear.
I've never done a spear. So I did a battle axe, but I never finished it.
What about do a little I'm looking up here and getting inspired. Create something like a Cybertronian Havoc staff for Megatron, and then like a power sword for Prime.
So I started the power sword, and the angles were messing me up. It's those sweeping angles; they always screw me up.
Okay.
You'll see why, because I mean, this is the first time you've actually going to be able to sit and actually watch me do this.
But a Havoc staff, I can envision the Decepticon insignia with like horns coming up.
Yeah. We'd have to find it. So we have to find the Decepticon insignia, because trying to design that out of my individually would be forever. We find out about these Decepticon insignia, which I've got around here somewhere. I don't know how that would extrude, but I have an idea.
I'm looking in your chat. I'm seeing people I've never seen before.
Let's see. Oh, and I've got an update to the update video, too, I can talk about here while we're reading. That's not a bad idea.
Ooh.
I've never done a scythe.
Oh, and I want to give a shout out to RKR, who actually understood what I was going for when I was talking about making a collector showcase series. Because one individual says, well, it's no different than a sit rep. I'm like, it's a lot different than a sit rep. And RKR realized sit reps about YouTubers, collectors, so RKR, thanks. Yep. You said what I didn't have to.
Yeah, I saw some of the comments. I was like, what? I don't understand. Like, as soon as you said it, I was just like, I don't ever want to be on that, because I'd have to show you all around my messy ass house. And I'm like, well, here's all the crap piled on this shelf, and here's all the shit on top of this entertainment center. Let's see. I like the scythe. I like the Havoc staff, and I like the scythe. And the nice thing about that is we actually can do both, because both of them being long pole weapons, we could probably do like 3 different things. We could do a straight up spear, Havoc staff, and a scythe, and it wouldn't be that difficult.
I'm looking at all these figures with all these weapons that they have.
Hey, break it. Let's see.
Oh, I don't know why I'm holding this. There you go. Back scratcher.
Hey, Elites. I got to talk to you, man. I got to talk to you about where this Toys R Us is coming to in Richmond. Because I'm down there once a month. And I'm going to have to start swinging in if there's one down there. A scythe sounds great for Megatron. It does.
Oh, and I got this little bastard to work correctly. I warmed him up. It was just the fact I don't think he's been transformed in over 20 years.
Probably.
So once I started messing with him, I got him good and got a nice shot of the water squirting gimmick.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the ones I picked up today, which I can go grab the bag if anybody wants to see it at part of this stream. The ones I got today were all in really good shape. I didn't buy the pterosaur because part of his wing was broken off.
Did he have the gun? That's the big thing.
I didn't even look. When I saw like the part that unfolds on the far side of on the very tips of the wing was completely missing, and the pins were snapped. So I was like, I'm not paying. They wanted like 25 for him, and I was like, no, not broken. Missing a gun or missing the missiles, because I noticed all the rest of them I got, if they have the guns, they're missing the missiles. Like the I don't even know his name, but the what was he? The lobster guy. I realized he doesn't have his missiles. But I don't. I paid $25.
The crayfish.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he goes with Tripredicus. I can't think of what his name is right off the top of my head.
Is he a combiner?
Mm-hmm. He's the feet and legs of Tripredicus.
I'm gonna have to look up what the other ones are because I was trying to transform it and I'm like, why the hell does this pull apart?
Yeah, it's him, the crayfish, a cicada, and a rhinoceros beetle, I think.
They had the beetle. I'm gonna have to go back tomorrow and look.
It's the better of the two. There was only 2 combiners in Beast Wars, and that's the best one.
I honestly never knew there was a combiner in Beast Wars other than I can't remember his name. Let's see. Seems like a hard concept to grab for some people. Yeah, I noticed that. I definitely noticed that.
Did you catch the screenshot I sent you earlier about the message I got regarding that?
Yeah. Yeah. My favorite was the messages I saw when I first woke up this morning. And I showed them to Riley, and Riley was just like, is he a bitch? I was like, you were 13. You can't say that in public. Oh. Kato!
Hey, Kato.
All right.
Who's at the movies right now? That's Larkin, right?
Yeah, Larkin was at the
For
movie.
those of you who don't know, we all are in this chat together too. So we're talking all day on Facebook. Then we hop online and talk. So we just never get enough of each other.
Looks like everybody's enjoying the scythe idea. We could do so if we do the scythe idea. That gives me the initial rod, like the initial pole arm, and then from there we can build a few other little ends to it.
Yeah, you could do the scythe. You could do the havoc staff. You could do what's this called?
You do
halibut.
Yeah, you could do halibut. Hell, you could do Evelyn's staff.
Yeah, I can't reach her. Did you see where they're going to make a Masterverse 2000s Skeletor?
Yep.
Oh, I love that series so much.
I told Riley I would get 2 Hordaks. All right, so backstory. She's never seen the original cartoons. Okay, fine. But she, for whatever reason, she watched the She-Ra reboot on Netflix religiously. I couldn't watch it. That was way too woke for me. But she really liked it. And that Hordak, even though it's supposed to be the comic book concept art Hordak, is exactly what Hordak looks like in that new She-Ra show, with his face is white, because Hordak is like a bunch of clones. There's one original Hordak, but all of the
Hordak Prime, if I remember correctly.
Right. There's Hordak Prime, and then there's all the clones, and the Hordak that's in that series for the most of it deviates. And you find out that like he was always deviant, and that's why he gets sent there, or whatever. But towards like the middle of the series, they all have white faces. So I told her I'd get her that, and I'll get her the She-Ra.
I keep debating on quitting this line because I can never find the figures, and when I pre-order them, they always get canceled, and then one will trickle out every now and then. So
I can't help myself. They are so good.
Well, I haven't got any of those except for Skella God.
Oh man,
I just really didn't feel like jumping down that rabbit hole. I got the Origins ones.
Oh, I have all of them.
I say you're an inbox collector now?
Huh?
You're an inbox collector now?
I am run out of space to put shit, and so I just left these in the box for now.
It kind of broke my heart last week when I started boxing up all my Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
The Transformers have taken over, and Star Wars will always have that special place in my heart, but now this is the focus.
Yeah, like right now, everything that's displayed is all Transformers. But for some reason, I got a bug up my ass a few months ago for, and we're not even going to go into Rock Lords right now, but I got a bug up my ass about when the Masterverse figures started coming out, I started grabbing up the Masterverse figures. I have a couple of the Origins figures, but only because they were on clearance. I didn't care that much, but I thought, all right, I got to have a Skeletor. And by the time they went on clearance, I couldn't find a He-Man, which is whatever. And then I got this weird bug to get a bunch of Marvel Legends. So I have a whole bin of Marvel Legends I can't even put out. I have nowhere to put them. They're like unboxed, but then I have Ziploc bags that I put all the figures and all their accessories in, and then I zip them up and they go in the box. Because one day I'll have a bigger house and I'll be able to put everything up.
Well, it's funny. I bought, like with Master Universe, I bought Castle Grayskull. I bought all the vehicles, and I have this small table over here in the corner that has the world's smallest battle scene. The table's about the size of Grayskull spread open, so I've got the 2 Sky Sleds, the Wind Raider, Battle Cat, Panther. Everybody's all crammed together fighting.
Nice. So wait, do you have the new Sky Sled?
I got 2 of them because you could change one to bad guy, one to good guy.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm not thinking of the Sky Sled. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. What's the big green one with wings?
Oh, that's the Wind Raider.
Yeah, do you have the Wind Raider?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see in the directions where you can pop that piece off so it attaches to Castle Grayskull?
Yeah, you could say I saw that.
Oh, yeah, you saw it. Okay. I saw the damn castle again the other day, and I was like, no.
Yeah, there's the Star Wars section all cleared out.
Yeah.
Slowly filling it up. Horror figures. Or just Jason's. I love Jason's.
You need a pinhead in there.
Terminators. That looks familiar, doesn't it? And no, if you're seeing in the chat, that's not a Nazi symbol.
I do not make Nazi propaganda, people. Contrary to what some people have said. Or what Facebook thinks.
That is so weird that they just canceled your page like that.
So I think it's working its way back up. Because when I go to the page now, when I went to the page before, it flat out said, like, this page has been unpublished and you have submitted a appeal. That whole section's gone. And I can't see anything saying that they've taken it down unless I try to publish it. And it says this page has been unpublished by Facebook. I have a feeling that they're like restoring the page and it takes time.
Gay Brand, I guess I got your name right. He recognized it as V. Let me show you one of my pride and joys that Fire Talks made me.
That is not my design, just making sure everybody knows that.
Yeah, but you still made it for me, brother. You still made it for me.
So that you can get on Thingiverse, but the display stand that I made.
Yeah, that's over here.
That is something I made specific.
You see the display stand right there? That's a replica of an original prop blaster from the show. Fire Talks made the stand for it. You can see my vintage V figure right there.
Hey, Hoist.
Hey, Hoist.
You printed one of the V guns too?
Oh, so we're got a fellow V fan in here.
So I don't remember if I ever posted the stand that I made you. So if I didn't post the stand I made you, I'll look and see, Gab. I may not have posted the stand. If you want one of those stands, I'll post it so you can print your own. You just need some neodymium magnets, and I can't remember the size.
Oh, I got the whole set of V figures. I hope they keep making them.
Yeah.
You got Diana revealed, Diana in the sunglasses, Mike Donovan, and the Visitor exposed. I'm finally watching the 2009 series. Tubi has it. And when I first started watching it back when it first came out, I couldn't stand it because I was such a V fanboy of the original show, and the new series just went just far away from it.
Yeah. So let's see. We can still continue to talk, but while we talk, I'm going to start working on this, and you'll actually see how I do this. All right, so let's see. How long of a shaft do we need? That's what she said. Where are my calipers? There they are. All right. Cans showing. Whatever. Let's see. Let's pull up a figure that's just sitting here for no reason. If I make the shaft, shit. That's going to have to be.
Yeah, don't make the shaft shit. That's a whole different. thing.
Yeah, I was looking at 100 millimeters isn't going to be long enough. So we're probably going to have to go with like 120.
Look at Hoy's comment. He's trying to watch Armada. Man, I could never get Armada started. It's just too.
I tried it again.
I know. As it nears the end, it gets better. Kind of like I always talk about how all these Transformer shows are really kiddie-fied at first, and then it finds its audience. But man, I hated Armada, Cybertron, all those shows.
I tried, and I played hell trying to get back into it. And to be honest, I tried to get the youngest to watch the G1 show. She can't sit through it either, and I'm like, I get it. Now the movie, she'll watch the movie all day long. The G1 movie she will watch, but the actual show, no, she can't do it. She's too picky.
Let's see. I'm going to throw these last couple of Toy Hacks labels on while you're doing your thing so I can complete car mode. And I don't know if I've told you how I do my Toy Hacks reviews is I have it in robot mode and I show off the whole decal set.
Right.
Then I show robot mode before, transformed vehicle mode, show vehicle mode before. Then I decal up vehicle mode, video decal mode, or video vehicle mode, then decal robot mode. So I kind of reverse it forward and back. But one of the cool decals, well, I'm real small right now, is they have a translucent, it's kind of a smoke glass look for his cockpit. Remember how orange it was before?
Oh,
now
yeah.
He's got the smoky cockpit. Now, like the fire effects there in the back.
That is such a nice set. They've been doing really, really well. Like some of their sets, I'll admit, some of their sets I look at them and I'm like, it's like 10 stickers. Okay. They're nice. Not going to say they're not. But some of their sets, man, they completely changed the look of a figure.
Yeah, the way, I'm not sure what they were going with this one, especially like with all the lightning, but some of the other decals you're going to see specifically in robot mode makes it look like Blur has tried to modify himself because it's like really Frankenstein-y.
Yeah. Let's see. We need this to be radius.
Right, here's a new look for me.
2.5, all thickness 0.5. So this is how we are going to add some texture to this shaft because we are going to rivet for someone's pleasure.
Now, pretty much all the figures there, the fists have a hole that go right through, don't they?
Yeah, as far as I know. And when I'm making a shaft this long, if they're going to hold it, I don't like it being solid. And especially this is a long stick to just be boring and solid. So we'll try to frisk it up a little bit, make it look a little nicer. Add some ribs down the shaft. I'm just being wholly inappropriate because it's my goddamn chin.
That's all right. You won't offend me. It'll take a lot to offend me.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting this piece in here, and because it's set to cut, that's why it's clear like this. So you put it where you want it, you move a section of it to how far you want the spacing, and you just keep clicking this button, and it will continually just keep putting them down the line. So when I do this, and I put this cut piece on top, and this helps make things easier to print and easier to get in and out of the hand.
Elite says your quote for 2022. There's your next t-shirt. Adds texture to the shaft.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's going to have to be a thing. As soon as somebody gets off her ass and fixes my logo. Because somebody has been saying they were going to update the Fire Talks logo for the last, 4 months and hasn't done it. Hey, Jonathan Prime 84, welcome. All right, let's see. So here's going to be our shaft. We combine all these pieces, and you'll see how it changes everything about this. Almost spinal cord-like.
Which is cool.
Yep, that is going to be cool. And we can always change that up. So now we got to figure out. Let's do this. We'll do the scythe first. The scythe will be easy. Let's see. How long should we make? You know what? Let's go crazy with it. It's a scythe. Let's make this thing 80. So, trick I do for this.
Now, since it's a Cybertronian scythe, I don't think you'd have to really worry about curved angles as much like sharp angles.
Actually, that's a good point. I could do it more like the. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. So what?
You're welcome. That's why I'm here.
Imagine wearing that to TFCon. Elites, if I make that a shirt, I'm wearing it to TFCon when it comes back next year, hopefully, and rest it. Because that will be awesome.
And you'll have to bring some of your ridged shafts to give away.
I will hand a ribbed shaft to anybody who wants one. I'm old and not picky. You ask, you shall receive. Let's see. Let's make this 8 by 8. How thick should this be? Man, let's do 10.
God, it's nonstop. I thought my channel was bad.
Sometimes I try to be a little bit. I try to be better on you guys' channels because I'm like, I'm a guest. I don't want to offend anybody.
I'm proud of how much my live streams derail. What was it? We did that one live stream. It was a giveaway from some stickers. We ended up talking for 3 hours.
Yeah, about average. All right, so here's where we're gonna make this piece here. And when I'm done with this, I always show everybody what it'll look like put together. So it'll be interesting at least. So here we've got that. Now I've got an idea. Do sneak peeks. Do. Don't peek. Don't tell anybody. Where is? Where? There's Deluxe's Unicron pin.
Unicron pin.
Yeah, his either Cybertron Unicron or one of the versions of Unicron he has, that pin snapped. The one that holds the two halves of the sphere on the sides, or no, maybe it's the wing pieces. So he sent me the original one because I don't have Unicron anymore. Here we go. He sent me the original one, and so I redesigned a new replacement pin because his broke, and then sent it to him. So this is Grimlock's sword. And we are going to utilize. So we are going to. Let's get rid of some of this. Delete all that. Sink that in there. Line these up.
So you talk about being behind on toy hacks.
Oh my God.
That's just what I can reach. I'm actually looking for something right now. I just set it down earlier. I have no idea where I put it. I do that a lot. And it's amazing. I sit right here, and here's a desk, and I'll lay something down, it disappears.
Yeah. Scrolling through that Tinkercad, was that a satellite of love? I don't think so. Which one are you talking about? There's a lot of stuff in here. I got 14 pages of designs in here.
Wow.
Unless you're talking about this bone, which is a completely separate thing. So the bone is actually interesting. I made that for my then 4-year-old because she had a bunch of little Schleich puppies. And so I made a bunch of dog bones for all her little puppies, which then became something else that I still haven't finished. Which one are you talking about? Okay, dog bone. Yeah, that's a dog bone. That is a little 3D printed dog bone. And here, let me. We'll do it behind the scenes for a minute. Hold on. Just while we're doing this, somewhere in here. Oh, there it is. I saw it. Has anybody in the chat seen the pictures of the person who made the custom motorcycle out of fossilizers?
Yes.
And they used Rekgar's wheels?
Oh, nice.
Wouldn't you rather have bone wheels?
I would.
So they were finished, but then I realized Rekgar's wheels are not the same size on the front and back. The back wheel is thicker.
Yeah, I realized that in my review after I got the wrong wheels mixed up, and everybody in the comments let me know about it.
Yeah. So I have to thicken out. I got to make a duplicate of this and thicken it out. But here's the hub. You print these two pieces. You glue them together around the hub. It free spins. It fits just like Rekgar's wheel. It's the exact same size. It's just.
But if you're using the wheels for a fossilizer, it wouldn't have to be one bigger than the other.
Well, the only reason I did it, I was trying to make it one bigger than the other like that, was because when I tried to build that fossilizer bike around these wheels, I realized you actually have to have the thicker wheel in the back because the pieces they used for that fossilizer bike don't get close enough together. So that's what that bone is about. T-Fam Page, what's up, Brian? It's that dog bone to scale with slug. I mean, I can make anything to scale with anything. Yes, Elite, I know. I will, sooner or later, I will finish it. All right, so here's what we're doing here. So we can use this blade, and when it prints, if I have everything lined up and I combine these parts, make sure it's not going to block anything, which I have to fix this and give it more sides. If I combine these parts and make that silver, you can print this like this, but then when you want to make the scythe, you can flip it. We can detail up the edge of it here. And that's actually almost too big. I should probably trim this down.
Oh, and I got the name for it already. That's the Spark Reaper scythe. It just hits me. It's a gift.
There we go. Spark Reaper scythe. 3 Canadians in the stream. It's gonna crash. The price is a gas, man. Let's see. Break It says needs a 45-degree bend halfway. Do you mean the shaft or do you mean the blade?
The blade. The blade's got to have that.
Oh, we can do that because I can just do this. As crappy as that looks now. If I do this and do this and combine this with this, and I do this and do this and combine that. Change the work plane to here. There you go.
Hey, everybody's talking about gas in the chat. Ours actually dropped 10 cents today.
Damn. You lucky. I don't know if my gas dropped. I only have to get gas like 3 times a month, so I don't really know. I don't even have like great gas mileage. I just work 10 minutes from my house. Because I figured out a long time ago, living around Northern Virginia, I refuse to work anywhere that is either east of my house or south of my house. Because rush hour puts me in the worst possible, like everybody's going to DC. So I'm not going
that trick I talk about when I pre-order stuff from Amazon and I buy the gas cards or the Amazon cards from Kroger. So I get those gas points accumulated. I had $1 off for yesterday.
Nice.
So that's why I filled up yesterday. Of course, I waited today.
Yeah. Focus. Let's see, there's a little kink in it right in the file. But
here's a letter opener.
So I have been thinking about doing this forever, and I was looking at my my Bumblebee guns the other day, and I think I'm gonna oversize the Grimlock sword into something that's like this big, and use that as my letter opener. Because that thing is sharp. Every time I've ever printed it, that damn thing is sharp. I had something
an oversized. It was one of the first accessories, third-party accessories I ever bought. I have an oversized G1 Minosaur sword because if you're familiar with the G1 figure, the sword the Minosaur used is Motormaster's sword, and it looks like he's holding something like this in his hand.
Right.
This thing is a beast.
Let's do this.
Takes about 2 weeks to get your toy hacks. Sometimes a little over, just depends on the mail.
Something like that. Let's move that away. And then let's add some more details. Let me put this thing back on the ground where it's easier for me to figure out what I'm doing. Let me rotate this thing back around.
Everybody's probably watching me like there's a fly in my office. I'm literally trying to find something I put down earlier. I was just sitting there like, where the hell I put it?
Let's see. Saying a stand-up, maybe saying something dirty. Stop it, elites. Maybe not 45 might be too much. I'm kind of thinking the same thing. This probably needs to drop down a little bit. Lone, I haven't seen you in a while, man. I hope you're okay. Sorry, I'm just now catching up on the chat. Sorry, guys.
Actually, speak of the devil.
I love that damn sword.
I'm wondering why I don't have it in Grimlock's hand.
Like, I like that one so much better than the slag sword. I haven't even released this one. It looks right, but it was never a good sword. Like, Slag's G1 sword is kind of terrible. Let's see. Lone PPR, you win. I see you've played Knifey Spoony before. Let's see. I made my first Toy Hacks order 2 weeks ago. A little excited. Not sure how long it takes. Oh, that must be when you were talking about.
Yeah.
Shit, I am way behind.
I'm so used to being in control. I keep clicking those, trying to make them pop up. I'm like, this isn't my stream.
I just had a brilliant cursed idea. A gun that shoots shit. I'll go good with Shitstorm. Real, damn it, Elite. So, funny enough, there is a gun in Command Droids when I release those files called a goo gun that's pretty neat, and you could use that as a shit gun. Oh, this all day long. The stuff you make out of cardboard, Brian, oh my God. Like, you put those, like, papercraft dudes to shame.
Yes, he does. We were on stream one night, and he was just showing them off left and right. And I was like, you got to be shitting me. That's made out of cardboard?
Yeah. Maybe 10 degrees?
Damn, I
So
got a
just so
lot.
you guys can see how this works. When I want to rotate something, it defaults to 22.5 so that you get even. But you can come up here and you can tune this to the degree. So then this is just damn it. It's just a matter of lowering this till it pretty much matches. Doesn't have to be perfect. There's ways to fix these little things too. Like I can go from underneath, put this here, cut that right there. Whenever you do a cut like this on a flat surface, don't let it stop right there because it will put a weird line. Even though it should be flush, it will put a weird line in the file. So always do a complete cut.
Shit, there's what I'm looking for. It was under where I had this guy. I laid him on top of it. That's why I couldn't find it.
Oh.
Anyway, speaking of toy hacks, I bought an extra set of the Shattered Glass Blur decals that I'll be doing a giveaway of really soon. So
I'll have to try giveaways someday. Yeah, I think that angle looks better. Doesn't look so... And that'll still print okay. I normally print this blade is designed to print face down, or flat edge down, and it's completely stable and there's no need for supports, but having supports just under this should be fine. And printing with the layers like this, it should still be strong. So let's do something.
We may go back to Big Lick Comic-Con in August, so I can let Dylan meet Nolan North, the original Nathan Drake.
They're doing another Big Lick?
Yeah. They do those like twice a year.
Man, we were supposed to go to the other one, the first one. And for reasons we didn't. But it would be nice if we could. Put that there. Let's do some of this. Shenanigans. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Y'all are going to love this. Y'all are going to love this. Hold on. Because I got to do this. Let's go with 7. So it's not the same size as the other one. 7. Rotate. Bevel. Elongate that into there.
Now make it blast effect compatible, so when you're swinging it, you can
That's exactly what this is. That's exactly what that's about to be. That is going to be because even if Hasbro's not doing blast effects anymore, which actually really upsets me, I can still do it.
And that seems like such an easy thing they could just continue on with.
Yeah. I mean, and they really didn't make that many. Like, not individually. Like, they definitely didn't exhaust it.
No. I think I did a video. Yeah, I did a video on that showing all the different ones. Yeah, got a little baggie of blast effects. I think I got them all except for 2. They came with exclusives that I just really didn't care about.
The burning Triceratops that I can't remember his name, his blast effects are really nicely colored. I can't remember the name of that fossilizer, but his blast effects were really pretty.
Tricranius, something like that.
Let's do that, and then let's give him some hose. Said what I said. Sides, spin that out. Steps, spin that out. Radius. And the only thing I don't like about using these pieces is these are really hard to adjust. And when you scale them too small, they get funky. Let's see, there's a trick to these too. If you ever want to do something where you want 2 things lined up, what you do is you select this one, and then select something in the center. Then align everything in the center, but then grab one side, and it doesn't matter, and just be... Now they're both 3 millimeters from center. And then you can select both of these and move them out. That's going to be a little bit ridiculous. Well, wait. But I can do that.
Oh, I like that.
Maybe change the grid to 0.5 millimeter. So something like that will actually relatively...
Yeah, you just blanked out.
Oh, yeah, I'm starting to break up, aren't I? See, is it me or is it PBR? Okay. Hopefully his will come back in a second. Got canceled. Oh, he got canceled again. See if he jumps back in. In the meantime, so these will actually print relatively cleanly because this thing's actually a lot smaller than it looks.
No, I do not have Frontier anymore. I got rid of Frontier 2 years ago. What's going on is Lisa and Dylan are still up, and I bet they're downstairs watching Disney Plus or something.
Oh, yeah. That looks pretty neat. And these hoses...
Elite said I got canceled again. I'm still pissed off about that.
Let's do something like this. Let's pull this out.
Well, Fire Talks, buddy, I do have to go. Seriously, the freeze was like a way to say, "Hey, wrap it up." It's neat watching this process. I've never seen anybody do this before.
Well, man, thank you for coming by. You know, you are always welcome.
10-4.
And anything you want to add? Anything you want to let anybody know? You got anything coming up? You always...
Yeah, don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Watch my channel for all new reviews coming up. It looks like I froze again. Or nope. Am I still on? I saw you glitching. It's probably getting ready to kick me off again.
Probably. Well, thanks a lot, man. Thanks for coming by, and I'll post some pictures up in the chat later so you guys can see what I make tonight.
Excellent. See you, bud.
Later, man. Let's make this. There we go. Make this a little bit bigger. That's a possibility because I got another file I could move over to change out this blade. depending on how much effort I put into continuing. I was going to do that. I don't really like that. I don't like this. I don't like how this is sitting here like blah. Like it just disappears into nothing. At least this looks like it's plugged in, but this looks like it disappears into nothing. And I don't like it. But we could do this. Lining this, what I'm about to do, lining this up is a pain in the ass. But if you can get it lined up, it looks great. Sides, add a little bevel. It looks like shit, doesn't it? Let's see. Let me look over at the chat. No, I haven't been on Kaz's channel in a while. It gets a little rambunctious for me over there. Let me see. And yeah, Raz, PBR had to leave. His network was starting to kill him anyway. So that's a very good question. You're talking about this right here, right? When we're working with something this small, that tiny little fuck up right there won't matter when we print it. So what will happen is after this is all said and done, this is all finished, I'll export it into an STL file. An STL file then has to go into a slicer, and then it gets sliced into layers. Now, because FDM printing, layered printing, it automatically already has some texture to it. That'll disappear. You can also run these through, which is something that somebody else mentioned to me that they do with all their files. You can actually run this into Windows 3D Builder, and Windows 3D Builder has a way of repairing files. You can like check them, and it will get rid of certain things. But my slicing software will also get rid of that. So this little thing right here, it won't actually be in the file. Let's see. Last night on Zaz's channel was weird. Bo was just off the rails a bit too much. Blown dry. That's something I actually haven't witnessed on a Kaz channel. Does Bo really do that? Jesus Christ. Wow. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. You know what we're gonna have to do? I don't really want to do it, but we're gonna have to get rid of these. That doesn't look right. Like that, the idea is sound. Implementation's not gonna work. But I don't want this to just look like a little stub sticking off the back. That looks stupid. I don't like it. Bo just talking about eating ass all night. Jesus Christ. Hey, they have fun over there. I will say that. Like being on Kaz's streams is fun. And I am not one to go. I am not one to be afraid of going off the rails. That adds a little bit of depth. Like, okay, let's do that. Bo would not shut up about that. Like he interrupted everyone just to talk about ass and V. I mean, maybe it'd been a while. I don't know. Bo gets on that White Claw and wants to sell his classified collection for 50 cents. Wait, hold on. Bo gets on that White Claw and wants to sell his classified collection for 50 cents, and we have to say, Bo, wake up before you get another cigarette burn. Oh my god. Will there be both a 5mm port and a 5mm peg? So this right here, this hole here for the shaft is 5mm to fit in the hand. It will go through here to whatever your desired length is. And then this here will have a 5mm port here so you can plug blast effects into it. Rocket powered stub problem resolved. You're welcome. I was doing the rocket powered. I'm just trying to figure out how to make it not look so boring. Are you gonna go check out Bo on Kaz's stream? David, I wish you luck. It gets insane over there. But I will say, like, so there's some things I don't. If you don't make YouTube channels, you wouldn't know this. I didn't know this, but there's some stuff that you have to do in order to get monetized. First thing you have to do, you have to get 1,000 subs. Okay, cool. I'll never get there, but whatever. The other thing you have to do is you have to have 40 hours watched, or is it 4,000 hours watched? And doing live streams is a great way to get hours watched, especially like Kaz does 3-4 hours. Love design Bionicle mask in this program. But this would work really well because it's all geometric. Because it's all shapes, you'd be able to design that. It takes some getting used to. Like I said, there's like if I stopped right here, this would look like something I made like 2 years ago. This is not how this is going to stop at all. Wait, I just thought of what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use one of my favorite parts. Am I trying to rotate a fucking square? Yeah, I'm rotating a square. Jesus Christ. You can tell when I get tired. And I start rotating squares thinking that one side's longer than the other. One side will be longer than the other in a second, but... Oh, wait. I know what to do. We'll just do this. Fuck that one. Bring that out to there. Bring this to here. Oh, this is going to work nice. We are going to drop that to there. I'm going to take a little bit of this radius off. I don't want it too rounded. All right, now we got to center it because I probably messed it up. All right, it's centered. We're going to use one of my favorite parts, which is this weird thing right here. How many dents do we want? Say 8. Not 78. But I'm going to crash this program if it tries to make that. Oh, shit. Nope. 8. Just do 8. Just 8. Fix it. Oh, damn it. So, okay, let's just start that over because I screwed that up. 8. And I eyeball a lot of this stuff. It's like, if this is 7.5 millimeters, that doesn't necessarily mean this is going to be 5 millimeters or something. Maybe we'll do 5.5. Whatever. But the important thing is to change this to go all the way to 1. All right, and then this is what you do. You flip it. Yeah. All right, let's align it. And anybody who's seen most of my designs knows what I'm about to do because I have a bad habit of doing this because it's a great way to add detail and texture. I'm going to duplicate it, move this one way over there, and we'll line that up later. And then I'm going to align this here to here to here. Grabbing a cutout like this is a pain in the ass. I'm just going to tell you that now. Hey, good night, David. And then I'm going to back it out. And I'm going to push it back in at 20.25. So like this one, I'm going to rotate this. Change this back to 0.5 millimeter. Do this, this, this. Focus. I'm going to back it out 0.5 millimeter and push it back in 1/4. And then let's do that. We'll combine everything at the end. If we combine everything at the end, anything that's overlapping will also get cut. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Perfect. I know what to do. I know what to do. Now we're going to grab our little ring. And we're going to drop this down to 1. Rotate it up like this. And then let's leave it the way it is for now. There we go. There we go. That gives it that look. That's what I was looking for. Let's duplicate this and we'll do it like this. We'll go. Bum, bum, bum. Line up with this. You line up with this. That is too much. There we go. Now, check this out. If I grab all these parts and I combine them, change this to gray because it shows up better. There we go. I see a little bit of weirdness right here I got to fix. So let's pull that back and make that 4 millimeters. You don't want the walls to be too thin right there. There we go. So then we'll flip this thing around to see what it looks like. Oh, I see something else we got to do. Because I want this to print flat. So you use this to say, this is my level. Throw a cut. Make sure you cut the whole damn thing. And that'll flatten that off. Bring the shaft back in, which I'm going to change up a couple things about the shaft. But let's line you back up. Raise that up. There you go. Maybe a couple little details here and there. Blast effects will plug into here. You've got your engine here with your intakes. You got your blade. Goes on the shaft. You can make whatever shaft you want. I'm going to change this a couple things, though, because it probably doesn't need those all the way up. There's my phone. There we go. Looking over at the chat. What do y'all think? Kaz just says he missed me. I don't know. Maybe after I'm done with this, I'll go smoke a cigarette and then I'll jump into Kaz because he's going to be on there all damn night. Use the silencer. People are trying to sleep. I'm confused. So this will print in 2 pieces. And realistically, what I would probably recommend for anybody who does print this would be to rotate that so that the flat side is on the outsides. So it'd look like this. So just to kind of show how long this is, and for you Canadians, you'll understand this. So the shaft is 120 millimeters. Oh, Brian said he was going to take the dog out. I said use the silencer. Gotcha. So for Americans, I figure everybody has it. Okay, here we go. Here's prime. That's 100 millimeters. So 120 millimeters would come to just under his chest plate. You know what? I feel like doing something stupid. I mean, it's a scythe. Have you ever seen a picture of the Reaper and he's got his scythe and it's not touching the ground and it's not over his head? This is going to be for Megatron, right? Oh, no, I have a Megatron handy. I don't have a Megatron. Hold on. Megsy. Come here, Megsy. Oh. Shattered glass set in purple. Just because it's fucking awesome. Megsy here is... Let's see how long you are. That's not something I ever thought I'd say on the internet. Say... Fuck it. We are changing the shaft. I'd say ladies and gentlemen, but there ain't no ladies here. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't know who's here. So, I like the way this looks. That's going to stay the same. The shaft is about to change. We're going to go a little bit overboard on the shaft. I'm just setting myself up for people to turn me into a meme, aren't I? All right, so drop that like it's hot. Right now, it is 120 millimeters. I'm going to duplicate it. And we are going to do something stupid. I always do it like this. So this is about to become officially the biggest this is going to be the biggest melee weapon I've ever made. All right, there we go. So the shaft is now 220 millimeters, which means when it prints on, I mean, I can print it on my bed, no problem. They're 250. And then this piece here is 92. Not MP scale, but if you've ever looked at a picture of the Grim Reaper, generally the scythe is sitting on the ground and the blade is above the Reaper's head, or at least at head height. This puts the reaping end above Earthrise Megatron's head, or right at Earthrise Megatron's head. So this would go up here. This down here would be like a wrapped handle on the bottom half. So that's how big the shaft is going to be. .92 calipers. All right, again, it's the G2 one, but I don't actually have the Earthrise Megatron. I didn't care that much for it. Except for this colors. Yeah, that works. Because if he is holding it in his hand here, it will go across both shoulders. The blade will go across his shoulders. It's about the width of Megatron himself. A little bit less. So a Blast Effects compatible full body length scythe. Now, what should we do anything else with this, or are we liking this? Do we like this? I personally like this. I don't think it has to be too overdone, but we could add some little notches and details to this. What y'all thinking? I'll print one for you, Rez. You wanted Jetfire blades too, right? Did you want blue blades, or do you just want the blades in silver? And did you just want one, or do you want two of them? Like, do you want one for each arm? Just so you guys know, yeah, the Etsy store will be back. And some of you haven't been here. And if you saw my update video earlier, so here's the thing. I didn't base it on the show. I actually designed those blades before the show came out based on his card. Just one blue? Okay. So the Etsy store is not up right now because I don't have inventory. I've been printing stuff. The printers are actually not running right this minute because I was doing this. And I've been printing off the... where the hell is it? Where's the new ones? Where's the completed ones? There it is. I have been printing off, actually, the stuff from last stream. The Riot Shield and the commas. Along with some Dino Rider stuff to put back on the page. And after some stuff I saw today, I'm going to print a bunch of Nemesis rollers and list those up there just because someone pissed me off today. But the Facebook page might actually come back. It might actually be back at some point. It looks to me like they're in the process of recovering it. Should I use background music? You guys think I should have background music when I do these shows? Anybody? You think I'd have some kind of like background tune? Because I can do that in StreamYard. We can... There we go. Throw in some background music so when I'm concentrating, it's not super boring. I just figured that out today. Focus. So we can do this. Literally just to break up that cylinder. desktop music with desktop music. Yeah, I have a loud keyboard. Let's turn this off. Good call. Don't select the wrong shit. Here we go. All right, that encompasses everything. Let's see how it looks with these little divots. There we go. It can be lowered, but then I mean, I could barely hear it when I lowered it. It always likes to default to colors I don't like. What do we think of those little notches? Yeah, no. I think it just breaks up the profile a little bit. Contemplating whether or not to do something here too. But it really doesn't really need it, does it? If I do say so myself, it looks pretty badass. Oh, wait a minute. Or I break up the thing by doing this. I'll center it. No, I don't like that. Never mind. I don't like that. All right. I'm going to leave these two little divots here. The only problem is when it prints, it might not like those hand guards. It might not like those overhangs. A hilt guard. What do you mean by a hilt guard? On the end of a stick. Too bad I cannot just photocopy the two Overlord and Silverbolt pieces that I need to mirrored and printed. A puncturing spike on top. So here's the thing. Right now it's printing on the top. Remember, this is actually going to curve like this. So if we put a spike, the whole thing is going to have to float. Now, we can do different things with that shaft. We can straight up make a spear tip. On a jousting point. Do you mean like this? Like if I put something there? That would prevent it. That would prevent the shaft from printing right. I don't know about that one. Oh, but you know another thing that these always have is a very simple thing to make. We can do this. 7. Nah, it's a little thin. 8. 8. 8. What am I going to do? No. I'm going to do this. Let's do 10. 5. 5. Rotate. Full sides. I usually always default bevel of 1. You guys will get what I'm doing here in a second. Hey, damn it. 10? No, let's do 15. 1550, just because. We're going to lose a little bit of this anyway. Boink. Drop it. 4. 4 full sides. Damn. We're going to throw one of these on there. So here's what we're looking at right now. And there's a reason I did the thing I just made, which will be part of this. That is standing on the ground. Jesus. This will go punk. Center there. Go there, but you don't go to the top. You leave it a little bit on the very top. Yeah. This will slide up and down the shaft. This will be very similar to the way I did the, or actually I could use the handle off of, actually, yeah, let's do this. Hold on. We are going to pull a part off of another design. Where is the Modus? Not the double Modus, the regular Modus. Well, we'll pull it out of the double Modus. So this is the thing too. Just so you know. But we just want this piece right here. Because if we use this and center that there, I'm going to edit it a little bit, but Jesus. If I use that instead, so it's both. It's two-handed grip, and you'd also be able to store it. And this slides. So you could peg this in on the back of Megatron. Let's use this one, or anybody else. But you could use this port here, peg that in. It slides in. It hangs out on his back. Then you could either unpeg it, put one end in one hand, use the other one, and it rotates, so it'll go any way you want it to go, whatever makes it work and gives you a little bit more flexibility. Or you can leave it in his back and just slide the whole thing out of it. And I'd probably give it both options. I don't know if I'd give it both options. I don't know. What do y'all think? Would you want both options to come with it? Well, we'll change this to look more like this. I like this better. Should be more simple. Like, would change that to do the same thing this one does. So the thing about the straight handle is that if you use the straight handle, the angle that the scythe has to come into will always have to be a right angle to whichever hand. And since Megatron's hands don't rotate, this actually gives you a little bit of play. And you don't want this tight. You don't want it so tight that it's going to rub everything the wrong way. See, it's different than the Modus now. Trying to eyeball everything is being fucking crazy now. There. We'll drop that one out of here. I'm going to save that part for something else. So here we go. This right here should be a good fit on his back, and it rotates around. You can have the sight sitting off like at an angle with the blade dropped. You can remove it, have everything at the same time. You don't have to use this one, but with Megatron, his hands don't rotate, so you're going to want that offset. I'm not going to lie, it's going to be a pain in the ass to use this with Megatron to begin with. It's not ever going to look perfect, but if you wanted to just have him holding it, standing there, that would work. Now, if you get somebody whose hands rotate, you're going to be allowed to do a lot more with this. So actually looking at the time, we are right at that hour-and-a-half mark, which is about how long I like to keep these. We did not do as much as I thought we would do, but I got a little engrossed in what I wanted this engine right here to look like. Along with everything else, when these files do go up, they may look a little bit different. When they go up on Ep.2, they might look a little bit different. But the set itself, when they go up on Etsy, will come with these three pieces right here. They'll come with the blade, they'll come with the shaft, and they will come with the handle. It'll probably come with this handle too, just preference. Or you could use this one and plug it into the back and leave it there. Oh, this Firetox is sharing Firefox. That is true. So let's shade this thing out a little bit and see. Give it a darker shaft, a darker handle. Brighten that up a little bit just so it has some contrast. And move that out of the way. There you go. Blast effects compatible in the back, so you get a little extra oomph. Kind of like the sledgehammers from Fallout. So next step with this is once I get some more inventory printed up, I will test print this thing and make sure it doesn't have any fitment issues, make a couple of edits. If you watched my update video, files for this will go up on Etsy before they even go, or not on Etsy. The files will go up. Can I get it in purple? You want to see what it looks like in purple? Ugh, let me do a different shade of purple. There we go. As always, like what you see on Etsy will be the stuff that I have already printed usually. I don't like having to print on demand, so I like having a few things printed and then put them up on Etsy. And if anybody wants something in a special color, you guys know how to get a hold of me. But yeah, so the files themselves will go on my Patreon page before they go anywhere else, and then they will get printed up and put on Etsy. And sometime down the road, will get posted for free somewhere, maybe. I'm still undecided on if I'm going to continue to use Thingiverse or Cults or anything else. I'm getting really tired of having to check eBay and Facebook and Etsy every couple days and have to copyright claim shit constantly. It's become a fucking hassle. I'm not going to lie. So I will get some of these done. I just don't know what color I'm going to make the shafts. I generally print everything in silver because silver shows up best in pictures, and it's a good base. Silver might not be a bad idea for this. I could do it in a different gray, though. But if I do it all in one color, it also makes printing these for people a lot faster. Because then I can print literally all the pieces at once, peel it off, print it again, peel it off. Like I said, like I did with these. Problem is, I printed a bunch of these thinner shields that I had to modify. I printed a bunch of these sets, and I'm probably going to put these on Etsy at like a discount because there's only like 3 or 4 of them, but they're not structurally, they're not the best. But it's a waste if I don't put them somewhere. Or I might make grab bags of just like, these didn't quite print right, but you can have this bag of printed shit for $10 and put that on Etsy. I might do that. So, I think I'm going to call it a night. Go take me a break, and maybe I will go see what Raz is up to, or Kaz is up to. I know what Raz is doing. I don't know what Kaz is doing. Raz would not be doing what Kaz is doing. Go see what they're doing for a little bit, maybe. I don't know. I'm tired. So thank you guys for coming. Thanks for playing along with me in the great ideas and helping to come up with these designs. So good night, everybody. Keep, let's see, Facebook page may or may not be coming back. Every Sunday, at least, I already have them filmed. So every Sunday up until like the middle of April, there is a new Rock Lords video every Sunday at 2 o'clock. As I get more Rock Lords, I'll print more, or I'll make more videos. Other content is whatever it is. So thank you guys for coming, and truthfully, thank you guys. And hopefully I will have updates and photos of our shared design soon. Thank you, everybody. Good night.